So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
Storm. Storm.
Hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What is good, everybody? What is good? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one, man. How y'all feeling in the chat, man? Hey, how you feeling, man? Make sure y'all put in the chat. Give us a one in the chat if the audio's all good, man. Let us know so we can give y'all a good quality show. Listen, y'all. Hey, y'all see the true competition? Will the best man win? You feel me? If y'all didn't already know, cut days is happening, man. Cut days is happening indeed. You feel me? Let me make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So Tuesday is the cut day. No. Let's just start. Let's just start. Talk to me. I do. Let me see. No. Check. They can't hear you?
So say good night to the back.
They can't. Oh, wow. Oh.
Come on. The last time you're gonna
Let me
see
see.
a bad guy like this again.
All right, let me work it out on this end, y'all. Speaker. Kiki, help us out, y'all. Can you hear me now? Let me see. Is the echo still here? Let me see.
The Blaine landlord post.
Okay.
They said they still can't hear me though.
Can you
Still
hear
no
Henny?
volume for Henny.
Can you hear Henny now? Henny should be good now. Can you hear Henny now?
They said Christian said he can't hear. Can hear. They said I can hear me faintly. I don't know what's going on with that.
Talk again. Let me see.
I said I'm silent. No Henny in the cup. Oh, they sad, man. They put them sad faces in there, man.
Oh wow. Let me see.
The audio monster has spawned. For my boy Gavin said. Oh, he said, there you go. You good now, HTM. Okay, don't touch nothing.
We can hear both of you.
Hold what you got. Hold what you got.
So
Hold what you got.
is the echo going? But echo from Lou. Okay, that mean let me just cut out my mic then. What about now? Can y'all hear us now? Can y'all hear us good now?
We good. We Gucci.
We Gucci.
Henny is good now. We just need Lou to fix the space echo.
He said space echo.
In space, nobody can hear you scream.
Can you hear me now?
Let us know what the audio's like
It's
for
still
Lou.
an echo? Oh wow.
Do you what's your audio input looking like, Lou?
It's through my mic. Oh no, they said that was good now. So let me turn on the mic. Okay.
They said y'all good. Okay, yes, both good.
Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, I turned it off. I know what it was. I know what to fix it now when I get off the show. But welcome back, everybody. Hey man, how y'all doing, man? We coming in. We good now. All right. Game happened. First of all, let's recap the game because we didn't go over the game. I mean, y'all saw us live. If y'all haven't, make sure to tune in to the game cast. We be watching live in the game. Y'all can come type in, turn on all notification bells. Oh yeah, like and subscribe. We throwing off all over the place trying to give y'all that good quality content. But guess what? We gotta keep working. We gotta keep pressing forward. Tell me your thoughts on the game.
So for me, I still have more questions than I got answers when it comes down to the game. If I'm just being 1,000 with you, so the things that I actually liked, and I think the Dallas Cowboys made a step forward in, was the play calling on part of Brian Schottenheimer. They were consistent with running the football. There was actually a balanced attack. I believe there was like a couple more runs than passes. They moved the pocket for Joe Milton. They got him in a rhythm much earlier into the game than normal. And they actually allowed him to use his athleticism, which is one of his biggest traits, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So the play calling was a lot better. It wasn't just go out there, we're going to throw the ball around with Joe Milton. They found, some plays that work. They build off of them, and they, move the ball up and down the field, and they maintain drives. So I was cool with that. What I still have issues with is my overall running back room. Outside of Deuce Vaughn, because Deuce Vaughn had a very good, day out there. I hate to say it. I had to squint my eyes and use a microscope to see who was out there running the football. But, once I figured out, that the ball was not just levitating in the air by itself, and there was actually a grown man running with it, I could appreciate some of the plays that Deuce Vaughn was making. What I was not impressed with was Jadon Blue in any way, shape, or form. He did have a decent blitz pickup, but the man had almost 10 carries, and I don't even think he got 30 yards. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things he got to clean up. I wasn't too impressed with that. But overall, I think it was a step in the right direction for the Dallas Cowboys. But Lou, I still got to ask you a real question. And roster cut, like you said, is on Tuesday. So the question that I got for you, Lou, and I don't know if you got the graphic in there or not. You can pull it up if you want to.
Yeah, which one? Let me know.
Go pull up that Joe Milton graphic.
Okay.
So this is preseason in totality. This is not including his rushing stuff.
Right.
65 attempts, 36 completion, 458 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Now and listen, this ain't gotta be based on anything else but your personal opinion. In the mind of Lou Takes, did Joe Milton do enough? Did Joe Milton do enough to not go and get another quarterback?
To not get another quarterback?
Not get another quarterback. Is Joe Milton good enough to be the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys?
I'm going to say yes. And my yes is shaky. Here's why my yes is shaky. My yes is shaky because everything we got mad from the first game with this team and the play call, and I put a whole video out, and I shout out to everybody who watched that video, and even the people who disagree with me, like in Infinity, I love the way you disagree with me. Everybody else is just, I'm still echoing. I am?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still echoing.
Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Are they saying it's still an echo?
I know. I turned it off because I knew what it was. It was a different thing. But yeah, you should put a 1 in the chat if I'm good now. It was a different scene. My bad, y'all.
It's all good. Put a 1 in the chat.
Put in the 1 in the chat for me. We find this player. We find this player in the air. You feel me? It's just some errors on my end. Okay. But okay, perfect. So, like I put out the video, I said yes. Just in case you were saying, I said yes. I think he did do enough. Because I put out the video, and the thing I was mad about is with Shoddy and everyone who was defending Shoddy in this preseason. Because I said I was mad about Shoddy of how he went about the game plan. And I was every right to be mad at what he did because of this last game we just played. I didn't want you to open up your playbook. I wanted you to adhere your playbook to Joe Milton. And this was the first time you've actually done that. You done that perfectly. You had balance. You actually attempted and committed to the running the ball, not even to an extreme degree, enough of a degree to settle down your quarterback. Versus the first 2 games, that was completely, you put it completely on the arms of Joe, like he's some type of air raid or digit system or quick shoots type quarterback. Y'all know that's the quick shoots type quarterback that, that's the system that Mahomes does. It's all about timing. It's timing based. I believe, and I told y'all, if you take away the key to Joe Milton is taking away his freedom, taking away his reads, taking away everything, and having him in a very linear system. So in terms of that, if you can do that for a game or do that for a season, you have every right to disagree with it. But I'm just saying, that last game was so huge. It was very much a huge step in the right direction for the development But Joe, the only thing that's keeping y'all, anybody who disagree from literally, being on my side is if we replicated that same game plan we just did for the first 2 games. That's all we had to do. And I think we all would be in a much better spot with Joe.
All right, so this is my thing. I don't plan for fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Dak Prescott goes down, it's over with. I'm not expecting a magical 2016 run. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that goes down, it is what it is. So even if you had a veteran quarterback, let's say a Jameis Winston, you know what I'm saying? That's good short term. You know what I'm saying? That's good short term replacement level quarterback play. But if Dak is gone for the entirety of the season, there is not a quarterback out there, except for maybe Kirk Cousins. If you want to get gangster and trade for Kirk Cousins, there's not a quarterback out there that gives me faith that we can make a run to the postseason and make any kind of noise. You know what I'm saying? So if you got to go with a quarterback and you just want to try and get a draft pick and you're trying to develop, a quarterback at the same time, get them reps to grow on and shit like that, you might as well just throw Joe Milton in there and pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really where I'm at with it. Could I possibly get a better backup quarterback? Yes. I think you could possibly get a better backup quarterback. Like, they just went out there and signed Carson Wentz off the street. So, I think it's possible. You know what I mean? So, but I don't think outside of maybe like Kirk Cousins, like I said, there's any quarterback that makes you sleep better at night if Dak Prescott is gone for the season. And salute to my brother Donald Holmes in the building. Thank you for tapping in. And also salute to Miss Pamela for the Cash App. I appreciate you for contributing, to the liquor store light fund. Help keep the lights on in the liquor store so we can glow. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, so I ain't tripping with it, because I don't plan for fucked. And you're fucked if you ain't got Dak Prescott for a prolonged period of time.
Yes, make sure y'all doing just like make sure to like to subscribe to content. We have almost 108 people here, you feel me? And if you're hitting the Cash App,
Brother Dicky, get the collection plate around on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side. We're gonna now have a beat selection from the choir.
You know what I'm saying? Hit the collection plate. Hold on. My bad. I already know. Hit the collection plate on that side. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody who's watching in the chat. Yeah, I already know. It was a bad audio. I already fixed it. I already know. I already know. I saw it. I saw that source get added. But yes, appreciate everybody who's cash having and everything like that. Other than the quarterback position, I know we hit that first. We know you're right. Like, if we can find another backup, my thing is, you know what I hated about this QB competition?
It wasn't a competition.
It wasn't a competition. It's like he got up there, and that was my annoying part. That's why I made the video. That's why I was angry the way it was. Why even employ a Will Greer for 3 weeks? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you only gonna give him a total amount of snaps that equals only 1 game through 3 games, you feel me? Like it really wasn't a competition. Like, how do you feel about Will Greer? You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, man! Like, Will know what's up. Will is the break glass in case of emergency quarterback. They might not even carry Will on the active roster. Like, he could be like a preseason like a practice squad call-up guy because he's a vested veteran, so he can go directly to the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? He can clear waivers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if they cut Will Greer, to manipulate the 53-man roster, add him to the practice squad, and once the dust settles, he might be a call up, if they need him. But Will Greer knew, and I hate it because it's not like Will. Because this is the thing. Do I think that Joe Milton can beat Will Greer in a quarterback competition? Yes, I do. But I also would have liked Will Greer to get his fair opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have surprised us. And you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may believe that Joe Milton is a better, physical specimen and can put the ball places Will Greer can, and he's a better athlete and all this stuff. I still would have liked to see Will Greer get out there, get opportunities, process some stuff, see how he did against the blitz, see how he did, and getting the ball out, to his wide receivers in space, see how he got through his full field progressions, half field progressions, check the protections, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we never actually got that with Will Greer. I appreciate Shotty for being real. He said, "Hey, like I was real with Will Greer. Like I said, you're gonna have to do this, and this, and that because you're not really gonna get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying in preseason because we want to look at Joe Milton. So I'm glad that he kept it real with the man. But you should still at least do right by him. And if you gotta cut him, make sure that you at least give him a practice squad spot."
I agree. And shout out to Star. If y'all can still hear me. Shout out to Star. She asked a very good question. She was like, what true competition did we have? And I really asked that question because anybody who defends that, like that we did have competition, or like why were we so like, you know what I'm saying, so we were so critical with Shotty on this, it's because he made these he made these promises. He laid out his entire campaign around these promises, man. Like he came in and said we competing even on, who gonna eat first? Who gonna win at the ping pong table? We playing musical chairs in the meeting rooms and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he prefaced his whole campaign around competition. So when you come in and you lead with that, and there's like, what do we have? Because like before we even I get deep into it, make sure like I said, y'all are like subscribing to the channel and everything like that. You want to hit next, like let's hit the main thing that really irked me, the main competition that I thought with him campaigning. I thought his one, if I knew he wasn't gonna win, he wasn't gonna conquer the whole world in one offseason. That's why I said the test was like it was the training camp. But if it was anything he could have won and actually won my vote for the campaign for next year, from when he comes and gets the team next year, it was one position group that we wanted to see competition in, and that was the running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to bring this up because we was talking about the game. Let's start with the game first of what happened. I know I got two things in here. We're gonna start with the left side, okay?
Let's do it.
So we all know who's the running back. Oh, wait, make sure we look. Yep, I already knew it. Yep, I already knew it.
New scene, so let's see what's going on.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. So we already knew that going in, Jadon Blue was going to have his debut. We also got carries from Deuce Vaughn. Miles Sanders didn't play. You know what I'm saying? What other running back? We had I forgot his name, number 21. I was rooting for him. What's his name? The running
21. Malik Davis.
Malik Davis. You know what I'm saying? And we had Phil Maffa. You know what I'm saying? But the running back room, let me just say, sorry about it.
Oh no, they saying you echoing again.
I think because it's delayed. They should be caught up now.
Okay, cool.
Let me see. Yeah, I turned it off. I definitely did. I turned it
Echo
off.
gone. Echo gone. Let us know. Echo gone. Let us know. Put a one if we won. One
sure.
in the chat if Echo is gone. We're just gonna type it in there. Let us know, man. Let us know. All right, he put a one.
It's a big delay. That's what it is. I'm catching it, y'all. I'm gonna make sure, but when I switch to these new scenes, that it's definitely gone. You feel me? Okay. The running back room, I am very much so disappointed in as far as the competition goes, because it's a culmination of rookies and old guys. I'm just keeping it a bean. So we already knew coming in there was no true running back. So You protected one guy, Javonte. We're going to get to him later on. But your rookie 5th rounder, Jadon Blue, and him suffering a low ankle sprain. And we said it in the, game cast that this is the same foot that he got injured during the camp. So let's just talk about the running back room, and then let's talk about, this injury, because this is going to culminate to one of my biggest takes with this room.
Yeah, real quick. Shout out to the brother, King Rish 433. For us to have as many trash players, with some Cowboy fans say, why is it so hard to get to 53? LOL, DC4L. Hey, we got a lot of great Dallas Cowboy players. It's just when it comes down to building a roster to deal with injuries and to deal with depth in certain areas, that when it gets tricky. It's really the back end of most of the position groups where we are having issues at. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the defensive tackle behind Mozzie Smith. It's the pass rushers at the end of the depth chart. It's how many corners are we going to carry because of the injuries, or which one of these lesser corners do you feel more comfortable with? That's why it's really hard to pin down a 53 man roster right now, because of the injuries and because of the lack of depth, at key areas. So damn good super chat and question, but that's really why it's hard. But back to my brother Lou original point, man, about these running backs. I don't like the way they handle this shit at all. I'm highly disappointed with the quote unquote running back competition. Cause why the fuck did Javonte Williams not get to do anything? Cause I saw the man in person. I saw him play in person when we went out there to Frisco. Mm-hmm. Right? I was out there, Lou was out there, Boss was out there, Star, there was a bunch of folks out there. He did not look very impressive to me. I don't know about y'all, but King G, I don't know why they messed your name up like that. I thought that was you because I seen the profile picture, but damn. Oh, yeah, they done made you an entirely different person. But salute to King G in the building, though, man. But that was a damn good question. But nah, I was not moved by anything I saw for Javonte Williams. In fact, the one play I remember, he was running with the ones in a 2-minute drill. They gave him the ball on a halfback draw, and even though he got 9 yards, it felt like a better running back would have scored a touchdown right then.
Right.
That how it felt and looked, because it was blocked up very well. They bought the pass fake, and there were lanes, and a better, more explosive running back that actually got 2 good working knees would have maybe not scored a touchdown, but they would have got like 30, 40 yards. So, and he got 9. So that's the shit that concerns me with what I'm seeing for Javonte Williams, and the fact that he was the running back you chose to protect. I understand possibly protecting Jadon Blue because he's your draft pick, and he been banged up and been battling through injuries. If he was the guy that you just gonna give a roster spot to because you didn't get a fair shake to evaluate him, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, fine. You know what I'm saying? But Javonte Williams, after multiple lower leg injuries, getting let go by the team that actually drafted him, and his former head coach saying, nah, he ain't got nothing left. I would damn sure have to see more from him before I let his ass sit down anywhere. Right. So that's just me.
And yeah, that's why I'm very disappointed because like I said, we saw it in person. We saw all these running backs in person. We saw Miles, and I came away from man, because I went out there specifically had my eyes on Javonte, especially if they trying to hide him from this competition. Like if he doesn't have to play the game, you know what I'm saying? Everybody maybe they see something. But here's my thing: what did they see? Y'all gotta tell me, what did they see? This man ain't played in 2 years, and his last coach said he wasn't worthy. And we can't think the star fixes this much, man. We can't. But just because you are in Dallas and you got some blue and silver on you, it can't fix everything, man. Because it's been like that before. You feel me? So this is what I'm talking about. When we talk about the running back position, I am very disappointed. I feel like this is the one thing that Shotty should have won, and they're protecting him because of what they paying. See, look, this is what I'm scared of. Miles Sanders better get cut. That's all I'm saying, because this man has been. I think he was supposed to play. He was hurt, and he's showing you that he can't last the full season. So he should. He didn't make it to the evaluation. He should get cut. Then.
So you already answered one of my questions. You might well pull the graphic up. And this is gonna be a new scene. We already know.
Yep.
All right. So you already answered my question. And we talking about the running back competition, and some of the guys on the back end of the roster. One of my primary questions to you and everybody else out there in the chat box. And listen, I want full class participation. This is a really A or B multiple choice kind of problem on your test. Do y'all want Miles Sanders or do y'all want Phil Maffa? Now, Lou already done told you how the hell he feel, and he ain't changing his opinion. So I want to ask everybody out there in the crowd, how y'all feeling? Do you want Miles Jet Sweep Sanders, or do you want Phil Maffa? Let me know. Put it in the chat box. I want full class participation. There's 91 folks in the liquor store just on the YouTube page alone. So I need all y'all, if you're able to type on your phone, to put that shit in there.
We finna run a poll on my channel. I ain't gonna lie. We finna run a poll. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like this is that important. You feel me?
I'm gonna do the same. Fuck it. Which running back do y'all want?
Because we need to get a baseline where everybody's at. You know what I'm saying? It's that important. You feel me? Because I already told you. Yeah.
There we go. All right, I got the poll up already, man. There's the poll at the top. I know y'all putting it in the chat box already, so y'all make a choice. Y'all click on Phil Maffa name. You want Phil Maffa? Click on Miles Sanders name. You want Miles Sanders? And click on my Cash App if you don't want me to starve, because we will make content for food. But yeah, hit the Cash App, hit the super chats, hit the like button, hit the share if you care, and hit the sub for the love and join the club, man.
I want to say this is my overall take with the running back room. I'm afraid, and this goes back to that super chat that somebody else said. I'm afraid that the reason this is the drawbacks of being so cheap, and why we're so, we want them to spend so money so badly to bring in outside talent. When you're so cheap and you have a bunch of guys, you find yourself in certain positions trying to divvy up one person's or one contributing factor's impact to a team. So you can't get a Rico Dowdle, so you split them with 3 different players. But 3 different players is taking up 3 different seats of a 53-man roster. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem we got up and down this roster now. Us being so cheap. We'll be playing this buy one, get one free. You know what I'm saying? Instead of 1 dozen, we'll take 6 of them over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we won't have the whole, but we'll split it up between multiple players for the sake of the budget. And this is what the problem we're having. So with my overall saying with this running back room, I feel like we just have a bunch of injured guys or a bunch of, unproven guys in this room. And we're going to have to take up a lot of spots on both practice squad and active roster just to have an adequate or an adequate impact from the running back room on the run game. And then we hate this. We got to carry. See, like I think I heard you and Land say the other day, like, damn, we may have to keep 4 backs just cause. You know what I'm saying? This is the part where we're at, and this is annoying.
And listen, that is true for most of these positions right now. So let me ask you a question, because I don't even need a graphic for this one. How many defensive tackles are you carrying, Lou?
This is the hard part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like they ain't gonna count. We're counting defensive tackles. They're counting defensive linemen. and defensive linemen include edges, and we're fighting for, you know what I'm saying. I don't think you had this as a question, but we're fighting for a guy that's, you know, on the thumbnail, and we're fighting for this guy right here on the edge, man, number 53, man. We're fighting for him. I want James Houston on this roster. You feel me? Like, and this is what we're talking about. If we want Houston on this roster in an already deep edge room, you still got Nealon, you still got Sam Williams, you still got Dante Fowler. You got so much in that room, but you got so much in that room, and I think Big Game James pointed it out. Your emotions is all over this team. You stacked up on DN because you in a tussy fight with Michael Parsons in his contract. You trying to prove something like you don't need him when it's none the case. But at the same time, you're hurting your numbers on the back end, because I'm telling you right now, if we cut somebody like a Houston, I know we're on the running backs, but this is what we're talking about. So nose tackles, you need to carry at least 4.
But
that's
the issue.
That's the issue.
But this is the thing. If you only carry 4 defensive tackles, the obvious choices right now are Mozzie Smith, because there's no other veteran one techs. So you can't even get rid of Mozzie Smith if you wanted to. Don't think you should, by the way, because he's actually had a pretty decent camp in preseason.
Right.
So you got to carry Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith is going to need a running mate, so you got to carry Jay. He's the only other one tech on the fucking team. Denzel Jackson, you can keep him around because he's an international player. He's from like Haiti or some shit like that. So you can have him on the international player program and not take up a That's what they did last year. That's what they did last year for Denzel. He's our international player. You know, it used to be what's the boy name? He was a tackle from like Mexico, some shit.
Oh, I know he was guard. I know talking about. They featured him on that. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name. They'll put it in the chat though.
Yeah. So you got Monty Smith, you got Jay. Osa, of course, because you know he's your 3 tech, and you just brought in Solomon Thomas. You know, I was going to say the boy look like Dak, but Solomon Thomas. That's already 4 defensive tackles, and that's not even equating to the fact one of your best preseason players was Perrion Winfrey, and Alicorn. Thank you, the boy Alicorn or something.
Yeah, Alicorn, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Perrion Winfrey done came in here for you. He done took snaps at 3 tech, and took snaps at 1 tech. He came off the edge as a 5 tech and got a sack on this last preseason game. And you the ones preaching about competition. Well, somebody that has fought his ass off after playing the entirety of a UFL campaign to come in and be one of your better players in preseason and not reward him by making the roster, and then you're still, and listen, Perrion Winfrey has played his ass off, and you're still going to be lackluster at 1 tech because you know you got Mozzie Smith who's still developing, and a 7th-round pick rookie in Jay Tower, how you say the young man's name?
Yeah, you're right. So shout out to Freight Train for the $199 for your mind. He said, cut Goodwin. We needed the roster spot. That's why I'm going to everybody's show. I'm saying it on Twitter. He is my target number 1. I am with you, Freight Train, because we got to ask ourselves. See, Goodwin's position, the reason why he plays that position, you know, when you keep somebody like that on your squad, usually it's because he's a high-end special teams player. Like I went over the guy from the Patriots all those years. I said his name last year. I mean, I searched his name a couple. You know, I can't find it now. It's all good. But like the Patriots, I think his last name was like not Bland, but you know what I'm talking about. He was a Pro Bowler all those years. All he did was run down on kicks, and we treat Chris Goodwin like he's that. And I went to both the practices, man. This is why I'm so angry at him, man. The dude don't even practice, man. Like he good for the beginning of practice, which is punt. Like that's it, the first 2 periods, and then I'm telling you right now, the rest of the practice, bruh, is straight unbuckled chin strap, straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, so yeah.
Also, salute to my brother Freight Train on my end as well with the 199. He said we need 2 veteran, 1 Texan per series. Man, where are these roster spots coming from? Where are we going to go short at? Is the real question. So, matter of fact, Lou, how many quarterbacks are we carrying? We're going to cut Will Greer, let him be on the practice squad, and so we only got to carry 2 quarterbacks. We can say we're roster spot. Yeah. Is that a decent plan? Okay, so let's say we do that. Let's say we cut Will Greer, right? Boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm just gonna jot this shit down. Dak, and then Milton. All right, boom. Let's move forward. How many running backs are you keeping? Just because we don't fucking know who's a good running back yet. Nobody has separated themselves. So how many running backs are we keeping? Name them real quick. Just name how many running backs you want to keep and who are they?
On the active roster, I'm keeping 3. No,
Who?
4. Because we're gonna count one. Javante, Blue, Lupti, and and I'll keep. I don't know. Actually, it may be. I want to keep my
too damn. That's too much.
Yeah. So maybe just 3.
So Williams, Blue. Miles Sanders should have his ass cut.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man.
Everybody else you cut, and you can bring them on the practice squad, but everybody, I'm talking about the active roster. Like when we on game day, who should they have on the roster? You should have at least 2 backs. I want 3 backs and a fullback, but
Lukey making the team, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm gonna put Williams, Blue, Mafa, Lukey, and we're gonna pray for the soul of Deuce Fun. So we're at 6 players now, right? Okay. All right. This is a question that people don't really think about. How deep are you going at offensive line?
That's a good question. The starting 5. So Bass is 6. Hoffman is 7. I'm keeping Nathan Thomas 8.
You got to keep Nate.
Yeah.
He's played well.
I will keep. So you can get away with it. You got to keep Cornelius because that's a draft pick and he's actually doing well.
He's played good. He's played well.
And then who's the other lineman? 9 to 10. You the other guard. Oh, Ashton Richards, 10. Everybody else
keep 10.
Everybody else, you can practice squad like 2.
Right, we already cut Lael, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm sure they'll trim that shit down. All right, so 10 O linemen. Fuck it. At least that way, you know, everybody has at least 1 replacement. Mm-hmm. And then there's some guy with position flex. Like you can maybe rotate Austin Richards to guard, even though the numbers say that he's much worse at guard than he is tackle. But fuck it. We just gonna go 10 offensive linemen. So we got Dak, Milton, the 3 running backs, Lukey, 10 offensive linemen. So that got us to 16 players already. We have not even gotten to wide receiver or tight end.
Actually, do 9 O linemen because you can IR. Oh damn! Actually, oh god, hold on. Oh shit, you might have to carry 11.
Why you say 11?
Well, for one, you can IR Rob Jones, and I think he's a true contributor. Like he probably be like your best. I think he may be even better than Hoffman and Bass at guard, but they trust him just yet. And then
he started 17 games for Miami, so I'll buy it.
And then Adeniji, we're forgetting Adeniji, the backup tackle.
Yeah, because I think they said he gonna make the team.
Yeah,
they like him.
So, and then this is one more lineman. Sadiq Charles. We might have to carry like we got so many. That's what I'm saying. We got so many linemen.
We can't listen. We can't have them all. Somebody got to get cut. Somebody got to have a phantom injury. You know, we got to trust somebody to make it to the practice squad. Because Robert Jones is already on IR, so you don't have to count.
You don't have to count him. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I think, how many people you can put on IR? Is there only one position? Because Adeniji is hurt.
All right, so this is how the function of it works. You can put 2 on IR, you know, with designations to come back without them having to make the initial 53-man roster. Mm-hmm. Everybody else has to be on the 53-man roster for at least a day before going on IR if you want them to return. If you don't, and you put them on IR, they can't play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Yeah, we have too many offensive linemen. It's gonna be double digits. It's gonna be double digits.
I'm gonna stick with 10.
Just name the guys we can't cut that you know that's gonna get picked up. Like I know Brock Hoffman, they're not gonna cut Brock. They gave him a new contract. Bass, yes. I think Bass will get picked up by somebody. You just drafted a Cornelius, who I met, and then Nate Thomas. Like that's your best swing tackle.
Those 4 have been playing good, so we got to have at least those 9. Yeah. And then what's the kid? The boy name you just said, Hakeem Adeniji. All right, we're gonna cut it off right there. Yeah, everybody else, we sorry, we love you. We're gonna see if you clear waivers. So we got 10. We just gonna go with the 10 linemen. Your 5 starters and your 5 best utilities, man. And some of those guys got position flex, so we just gonna pray about the shit.
They think the rookie. They think the rookie's gonna go on IR. Cornelius, which would be smart.
He hurt.
They might redshirt him. You know, like they did Nate Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Say he's hurt, and he really just his damn workout plan is just him in the weight room all damn day, eating the weights and getting better. That may be smart. So Cornelius may not even be active. You're right. So we probably looking at Adeniji to come in ahead of Cornelius. So
shout out to Eli real quick for the $199 for your mind. He said we got to trade one of the depth O linemen for a defensive tackle. I would. It just depends on who it is and who the defensive tackle is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Matter of fact, go ahead.
I'm saying I was about to say, what's 180 plus 120? We at 300 total, man. Hey,
salute to everybody, man.
Yeah, I didn't. Shout out to everybody, man, for coming in here. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video. I'm just let me know with the audio, man. I'm trying to give y'all the best content I know how. You know what I'm saying? I didn't redid some things around, and I know Lou didn't touch another thing and effed it up. Yeah. So okay, that's O-line.
There's 16 people so far, so we got to keep track.
Okay.
Also, let's go ahead and get the specialists out the way. So
punter, kicker.
Yeah. So
long snapper.
All right. So who is our long snapper? What's the boy name?
The one we started
Trent Sieg.
Sieg. Okay. The one we love to pay every year. That'd be our only
Aubrey. Yeah. And what's the
I want to count Turpin. Brian Anger is the punter.
They're not going to count Turpin as a specialist because they paid him $18 million. That is a wide receiver. So
he need to be a return, bro. Y'all they really need to cut Goodwin and let him fill that spot of the roster. No, I ain't gonna lie. Like that special teams only. So they can it just. But I digress. Let's keep going.
Yes, indeed. All right, so I went ahead and got the specialists out the way. So we're at 19 people. So let's go to wide receiver. Let's see how gangster we are. All right, so I'm gonna start Jonathan Mingo on IR. They give it 4 weeks to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. He's injured. It's an injury that go keep him out for like 6 to 8 weeks or some shit like that. So let's put him on IR. Don't rush him back. Let him heal up. And you'll get some reinforcements in the middle of the season when he come back. So we can start with CD Lamb, George Pickens. There was never a doubt. Terp, I'm gonna put him there. Tober's gonna make this team. And now we need to talk. How many wide receivers are we carrying? Are we carrying 5 or 6?
Let's talk it out. So, like you said, CD, Pickens, Terp, they're gonna count him. Mingo.
I'm putting Mingo on IR. He'll be back, but we ain't got to count for.
I got a gripe with Tolbert. I ain't gonna lie. I want to hold Tolbert just a bit. So, Turpin, Mingo, Pickens, CD. That's 4. I think Flower is a lot because of what he does on special teams. That's what I think. I think he's a lot. I'll put him. So that's 5. The last spot.
Now, that's the next real question. Are they going 6 deep at wide receiver?
I think they will. I want to trade Tolbert so bad. I want to cut Tolbert so bad because the one I want to let on this roster, I'm sorry. This is my holding campaign, man. We cannot hold. I want hungry people on this roster. That man only getting paid, I think somebody told me like $3,000.
Yeah, I told you
$3,000. And I was in landlord chat. I said, man, that man is in the dorm surviving off McDonald's dollar menu, man. Give me that man on my roster because he's playing like it. He's practicing like it. So I would take him over a Tolbert. Now I know what Tolbert has done, but I'm just saying off what we've seen and when competition, this is another thing with Shotty. Competition was truly about when the bullets started flying in training camp. I saw one guy survive and claw his way out, climbing out that hole like Boss got with a frown on his face. Because he's in this thing trying to literally, like, he's hungry. You know what I'm saying? He can't eat. You feel it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Literally.
And literally. Versus a receiver in Tolbert who's just known the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say he's the epitome of what the Joneses represent. Like, he's that other side where I'm trying to get rid of a guy like I'm trying to get rid of that mentality of being protected because you're paid and you're a draft pick. I'm trying to get him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying, and I know what he done for me. I know the production he had, but I'm just saying when you look at the film, Tolbert, like I don't want to say it wasn't luck. I'm just saying he was in the right place at the right time. That's all. Because if you're truly good and if you truly are lucky, you know what I'm saying? Skill is when you get lucky so many times, and I don't see it with him. I see it if he's in the zone, he'll get the ball. I'm seeing Holden literally claw his way through the route. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Flournoy, like I said.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna respond. But shout out to Anthony Gallup 290 with the 5-piece. Thank you for the support and helping keep the lights on inside the liquor store. He said politics kills competition. Lukey, Schoon, CJ, Williams, Tolbert don't need to compete. Williams is getting the Zeke treatment. Now, the only thing I will say about this is the thing. Damn good question. Lukey has nobody to compete against. There's no other fullback on the team. You know what I mean? So that's really why. Like, when you don't have but one player at a position that you're trying to carry, there is no competition. You know what I'm saying? So Hunter Lukey is the only fullback on the roster. That's just like saying Brandon Aubrey. He's the only kicker on the roster. We have one long snapper, one whatchamacallit. Positions like that, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of everything else, I do agree with you. And Lou, I feel you. I don't think I disagree. It's just, if I'm being impartial, I'm being fair, it is hard to trump in-game production in preseason for somebody that's done showed up for you. I know it was by hook or crook that he did the shit that he did, but he still led your team in receiving touchdowns. You know what I mean? So I get it. I would, and I am with you. I would trade him because I saw a lesser wide receiver go for a 4th round pick and a 7th. The boy is already 27 years old. He's a 27-year-old second-year player. He did not cross 500 yards last year, and he only had 3 touchdowns. And he got traded from the Broncos to the Saints for a 4th and a 7th. Tolbert had more receiving yards and receiving touchdowns than him, and he's still younger somehow, despite being the 4th year in his contract. So a team like the New England Patriots, whose 2nd-round pick from last year is going to be gone for the entire season. They got a young quarterback that needs weapons to throw to. They got, Diggs and pretty much nothing else over there. If they're willing to give me a 5th-round pick for Jalen Tolbert, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying that I dislike Jalen Tolbert. He's made some plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He's really the wide receiver that Dak Prescott trusts the most on scramble drills because he's always there. That's probably the shit they work on when he goes to Dak Prescott house in the backyard. So he's somebody that Dak Prescott trusts. He is the go-to scramble drill guy. He does make plays outside of structure. It's just his route running, leaves a lot to the imagination. Because I went back and I looked after y'all said that shit. I was like, this shit can't be that goddamn bad.
And hold on, let me say this.
It was.
I'm testing y'all. Give me a 1 in the chat, and I'm gonna let Kenny keep going if my audio is good because I switched it back. I'm trying to make sure my mic is still good. Keep going.
Yes, indeed. And shout out to my brother Freight Train for another $199. He said we need 2 veteran, 1 Texas for serious. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I just don't know where the roster spot coming from. I just don't know where the roster spot coming from because we're trying to figure that out now. Like, where are we gonna go light at? They say you're good.
Yeah, yeah. But that was the change. It's that source. Boom. Then I'm turning my mic back on everything. Then all right, so y'all can hear me loud and clear. You right. With this one tech. So let me get them right into the business. The defensive tackle is gonna really scare me at what they're gonna try to do because I know they're gonna probably. The problem is they just brought in so many. They brought in so many 3 techs. So many 3 techs. You feel me? And
they're probably not gonna make the team. It was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them not gonna make the team. We even drafted a 3 tech, but you got Toia and Mozzie there. That's really our only true noses. You know what I'm saying? They're trying all this scheme to put Solomon Thomas. He probably is a starter. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not gonna like that if he is gonna run out there. He may be fast and everything like that, but I just don't trust it. I don't trust it with anybody at all because he wasn't even a starter where he came from the last 2 years at the 3 tech position. But somehow in Dallas, he's the starter. So our only true 1 techs is Jay and Mozzie. If they get rid of Mozzie, all we left is Jay. So we are really repeating what we had. So this is what I'm talking about. They got all these defensive ends and flex guys that they think they can play both positions. Like if I was them, I would run light on 3 tech because you still got, if you want to keep a Tyrus Wheat, if you want to keep a Nealon and those 2 guys can come rotate for you at the 3 tech position. But they thinking about it something totally different. They're thinking that these 3 techs can come rotate in at the 1 tech position. I think 3 is much easier to have like a bridge guy than a 1. And you have Osa there anyway, and you have Solomon in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So the defensive line of what they're gonna do, because I already know it. We're trying to get them to categorize it as nose tackle, 3 tech, DN. They're gonna look at it as defensive line, and they're gonna be like, hey, we're only gonna carry 11. Shit, 6 of them gonna be DNs.
Who are your 6 defensive ends? I'm glad you brought that up.
I threw out a number. I mean,
for real, like you probably need to go 6.
Yeah, Micah, Dante, Sam, Marshawn, Ezaraku, because he's your current draft pick, and then I'm praying to God that they keep James Houston.
Yeah, and that's fine. And like I keep saying, I would be pissed as hell because I keep bringing it up, but they love bringing up special team shit. So I swear to God, if they say anything about Tyrus Wheat making this team over James Houston because of special team shit, we're gonna jump somebody. Now, I said landlord gonna have to hold him down and out punch. He's not currently here. Lou, you are a big gentleman. You're gonna have to hold Shotty down while I hit him.
Somebody, because like I said, this special teams aspect of it, bro, like you can get somebody to play special teams, man. Fix the mentality of your team. You got all these rookies, you draft all these undrafted rookies. Somebody can't go down there and run down there on a punt, on a kickoff. I'm not disvaluing special teams, but that's how other teams view it, man. Before you can get actual reps at your position, you got to go put in work on his special teams. You feel me? So we're talking about trade candidates. Like, I want to trade Tolbert. People are talking about linemen. I wanted to trade, I think you should trade Sam Williams so you can get unclogged at the end. I know people
if you're not gonna give him an extension, sure.
Yes, that's my reasoning for it. You're clearly not gonna give him an extension.
It's the same with Tolbert, really. Like, if you're on your final year of your contract, you know damn well that you're not gonna give them a contract extension. Get something a little bit more from them beside a damn comp pick that you got to wait on.
Right. Like, so and you keeping him, what does that do for us? We're clogged as hell at the DN position. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's even worse when Micah get back because we know Micah is a guarantee. So this is what I'm talking about. And there's no one hurt on that position that you can put on IR like Battle Cowboys, you're right. I'm rioting if Houston don't make this roster. Because of this certain thing right here, that politics, that's crazy.
Yo, so did we wrap our mind around it? Are we keeping 5 wide receivers or 6? Because even if we go 5, then we still wouldn't have Trayshawn Holden on the active roster. We would have to go and then let's ask a real question. Has Trayshawn Holden, despite the fact that I fuck with Trayshawn, but has Trayshawn Holden done enough this camp and preseason to jump Jalen Brooks, who's made plays these last couple weeks or so?
I think he has.
He had the big ass touchdown.
He had it in practice as well. Like he's hanging around. I think he has. I'm not disrespecting Brooks either. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen him fight more than Tolbert. I'll give you that. Only thing that's keeping me, Tolbert's production in game is just keeping me from believing in Brooks. I know that's like very lopsided, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel, and I think Holden is over both of them. And
that is very fair because I think the prospect that Holden is, because Jalen Tolbert played at South Alabama, Trayshawn Holden played at D Alabama, before we went to Oregon. So there's a different pedigree of player.
Right. You're right.
So the team don't fuck with him like that. Who? Which players is they don't fuck with like that? Holden would be my practice squad if they let him. Man,
he ain't gonna make it. That's why I'm trying to keep him. You know what I'm saying? That's
the team fuck with Brooks. I'm sure he been there. He been there 50 years.
I don't give a damn what the team fuck with at this point. To be honest with you, the team be fucking with players that we've been trying to move on from. Like I bet Donovan Wilson in there got a whole bunch of. You know what I'm saying? We trying to let the best man win. And they only F with him because they known him for so long. That's what it is.
And I'm glad you brought up these safeties because
oh Lord.
There's been a lot of people saying, man, they ain't happy with the safety room at the fuck all. Cause I thought one game ain't did shit this training camp for me. And I fuck with one game, but one game ain't did a fuck thing, boy.
You right. The safety room for me, it's nothing we can really do. As far as because there's no one like Julius Wood. It ain't no Julius Wood that happened last year. Adijah Clark, I felt like he had a great. He gonna show some. He gonna come thump that thing. That's what if you want to keep him as a special teams out, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to make it somebody. But you're right. Wanye for one, I think he put on weight. He look a lot heavier than he's ever had. I don't know if y'all noticed it. I know we see that number 2 on him. We see
Coach Moore thought he was a linebacker.
Yeah, like, that's how big he looked. Like he looked big. I don't know if they got him playing on him being in a coming down in that box and actually doing something with it, but he looked a lot bigger. I hope they don't affect his coverage skills that much. But I thought Malik Hooker had a great camp. He just didn't play. Donovan Wilson, even if he had a good camp or not, we know what Donovan Wilson gonna give you, and that's the annoying part. But Wanye and then I'm blanking on the other guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's behind him. Yeah, the safety room is kind of like a delayed evaluation because a lot of them, like the main guys, didn't play as well.
And that's unfortunate, honestly, because dawg, what we gonna do because listen, for the reason I'm so concerned about safety play, right? The track records of your defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus says he's going to play, a cover 3. They said he's gonna play a cover 3 coverage. It might be regular cover 3. It might be cover 3 match zone. But he likes to stay in cover 3 with a single high safety and a safety in the box. The reason that I am concerned about this because that rover in this scheme is usually going to be Donovan Wilson. Now, the safety job, in the box is either they're going to play the hook zone while one of the linebackers take the flat responsibility, or he's flat out is going to be the force defender and have the flat responsibility and that run fit right there, force everything back into the inside. He did not do that shit well at all last year. You know what I'm saying?
As far as the force defender, yeah. Like, I mean, so this is where Eberflus gonna have to like. I think he has the potential to be great as a force defender. It's just that we got to get out that confusion, that hero mentality from him. You know what I'm saying? Like him actually like, you know what I'm saying? Like. But as far as him covering the hook the curl responsibilities, I'm scared because if they put the wrong slot there, if they want to invert their receivers when they're like in a bunch set, You play everybody. We play, man. We play NCAA. We know what the damn weak spots of a damn cover 3 is. It's the seams. It's the seams, and it's either gonna be a linebacker that's gonna have to help carry and pass it off to the free safety perfectly, so we don't lose any responsibility, or it's gonna be a lot of times gonna be Dono having to pass off that seam to the responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna have, or what if they get on trips on one side and they run it like a 3-level concept, you know what I'm saying? Because that's also how you beat cover 3, occupying a safety, having him come over. Do we trust Donovan Wilson to cover a deep over route, let's say in the first week versus Devontae Smith? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we trust that?
Let's go even further. We play Jalen Hurts this week.
That's what I was saying. Devontae Smith, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about in like the run game. I'm talking about with like he is going to be one of the contain guys. He's going to have to set the edge. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to lose anybody. So when we're talking about coverages and run responsibilities, they're usually married. You're not going to normally have the guys that you got covering the deep third to have primary run support things, because if they coming down and they supposed to be the deepest man, in the defense, and they play action, you're fucked. So most of the times when you're talking about run support responsibilities, you're talking about the linebackers up there. You're talking about the corners that are covering the flats, or the safety that's covering the flats, or anybody that got hooks on responsibilities. Right. Those are the guys that are usually going to be involved in run support. Now, when you're playing a cover 3 defense, your 2 cornerbacks on the outside, they're responsible for a deep third of the field. Your middle safety is responsible for a deep third of the field.
Well, it's like the free safety should, it is a third, but it's gonna be a lot. He's gonna be
a lot. Because he really got to rotate for where the fuck the ball is going. He got to have to see the ball, because that's really how you remember the San Francisco game. That's how Dak Prescott got picked off. Yeah, it was a single safety in the middle of the field. The ball hung too far in the air, and he was able to come from the middle of the field and get the pick. So he really got it, and he really got to have a whole bunch of coverage. But we just talk about the basics of layman term. They do have a lot more coverage, but we just talking, how they draw it up on the whiteboard and shit.
And shout out to Star with the super chat 40.99. She said Donald Wilson was a total liability last year, yet he didn't have to fight for shit. Compete every day, my ass. Yeah, you're right. But this is why I knew Donovan Wilson wasn't going to fit Zimmer's scheme. This is the difference between Zimmer's scheme and Fluce's scheme, if y'all didn't know. Zimmer, his entire identity was on one word, was confusion. Confusion of the quarterback, confusion of the offensive line. And the heart of that confusion was having very versatile safeties. So that means yes, you're listed as a free safety on the depth chart. Yes, you're listed as a strong safety on the depth chart, but we're rocking and rolling, which means sometimes we're going from 1 or going from 2 to 1. And we may go from 2 to 1 in whatever direction. So we may go from 2 to 1. The free safety on paper may be here, and the strong safety may be here. Guess what? The free safety is the deep man. Sometimes we may do it the other way around, where the strong safety is the deep man. So whenever we had Dono as the deep man, it was bad. Or sometimes, when it was bad. Like, you get walked on by Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. Like, he literally walked past you. You know what I'm saying? Because your hips don't work. And the difference is with what I trust in with Fluce's scheme, there ain't no rocking and rolling. I mean, Malik is going to be the free.
And Dono going to have his ass in that box.
He's going to have ass in his box. Now, he may have to play we're going to be forced sometimes to go into too high, but this is where I think this is where Fluce is going to lean upon his linebackers and their instincts. Because when we're going to, in order to hide somebody like a Dono, and we talking schematics today, we're going to have to get in those sub packages. When we're going to have smaller linebackers out there, this is where Maris is going to shine. This is when Overshown gets back. This is where he's going to shine. This is how Shamar James is going to get on the field. This is where he's going to shine. When you have smaller linebackers out there to help with the coverage responsibilities, and we can get really, you know what I'm saying, we can finesse really, you know what I'm saying, cover more ground, because we're going to have an extra cornerback on the field, and we'll have we'll have more. The Mike linebacker won't be a heavy set guy. Sanborn is out of there. Depending on how Murray handles his coverage responsibilities, he may be out of there. We might have Maris as a Mike, and we might be, you know what I'm saying? We may be really being able to coverage a lot of things. But in order for us to do that, we got to trust these linebackers to also defend the run. So
let me ask you, are we getting cute and putting Marquise Bell back at linebacker in some of these situations?
I think that's the plan. So this is why, so I think Flus is going to be multiple. I think that's the heart. Everything. What we're seeing, what everyone is writing articles on, it may not even be the true thing. How I know that? Two things. Wanye gaining weight and Micah losing weight. Mm-hmm. That's my main thing. So we really are 4-3 base. Sometimes we're going to be in the 3-4, which means Micah going to kick his ass back out there to the Sam or the Jack. You feel me? Or like I said with these sub packages, like where we may actually have like an added safety linebacker type role to handle the responsibilities like that. But I mean, none of this even matters if your DT play is good enough, because like I said, all of this sounds good, but your
execution matters.
Yeah, execution matters in how football works. Look, if you can't stop the run, that's a tendency, and they're gonna run the ball on you and keep you in your base because your ass. And if they can keep you in base and beat your base guys in a matchups on passing game, we're fucked.
Yep. So I'm hoping, because listen, the numbers, because the reason why Flus's defenses have been generally good against the run, because they usually have the number advantage. When you're playing cover 3 and you're not trying to disguise it, you have an 8-man box. You know what I'm saying? There is only one safety in the middle of the field. The other guy is rolled up there by the line of scrimmage. So you have the number advantage. What I am scared of is the Dallas Cowboys were a team that played 8-man fronts a lot last year, and they still gashed us in the run game.
I remember.
I think we still had the third most heavy boxes in the National Football League used. And we were still one of the least efficient run defenses in the National Football League. So we've tried this approach before to have everybody crowded by the line of scrimmage, and shit has not worked, mainly because a lot of people have neglected their responsibilities, aka Donovan Wilson, who's going to have similar responsibilities within the same defensive scheme. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really. We gonna have to get him off the field, bro. You paid Marquise Bell for a reason. I feel like he should be out there, because I'm not saying that he's perfect, but I don't remember him abandoning his run support responsibilities ever. I don't remember that.
Yeah. So and this is the stuff that Corey was teaching me. There's some things we're forgetting about the scheme. Like, so they may purposely like create a bait. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how they did it, remember that Ravens game, we were playing off the first series, and they was just driving down and everything like that. And then they came, they got a touchdown. Next series, off. All right, let's play the flats. And that's how Booth got a pick. We surprised him on that. Like, it's like getting your opponent comfortable and then changing it up, because they don't have the mental fortitude, because they comfortable in us giving up, so much and just tackling underneath. Also up front, the multiple parts. Sometimes we're gonna be with the D lineman, we're gonna be one gap guy, so we're gonna be ripping through with one gap. I want us to be a little bit more disciplined on that. And then and this is where Coach Marva is kind of right. If we do have active linebackers shooting and actually meeting and not getting, and the D lineman actually shooting through that gap, the run game can be stopped as a collective effort, but it's gonna take good tackling by everyone and great anticipation by our linebackers. So the only thing is, please don't do that when we get on the goal line. Don't be doing that.
Exactly.
Because I'm telling you, it's a guaranteed touchdown. But all they're going to do is just wash your ass on by. And now their guard is on your safety. So good luck with that. That's, for me, I would love that if I'm an offensive lineman. I'm blocking a safety on the 2-yard line, and you are, the back of your heels is touching the touchdown. Man, Saquon with a head of steam, no one is stopping that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. It's going to be, in order for this to work, either we're gonna have to be completely wrong about our personnel currently, get somebody, or Eberflus gonna have to be a hell of a damn mastermind.
Yeah, Eddie said my cousin Bill be out there hitting. Like, listen, I don't know why they didn't let the man play last year. I'm still baffled that he went from being a starting linebacker, and not getting no real run for the Dallas Cowboys, because he was one of your better players in 2023. So hopefully they let him be involved in some manner or facet this year. But salute to your cousin though. I do like him as a football player. I'm not just saying that because you're here. Because if I had an issue with him, I was for sure let you know. But I do like Marquise Bell. Also salute to Samuel Jones for the $10 cash app. He said for good content. Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the love and support, and for donating to the Liquor Store Light Fund. Well, the lights will stay on just a little bit longer. No, it'll be flickering sometime, but it's on right now.
Shout out to, I'm over here twisting my words. Shout out to Samuel for the super chat on my end as well, man. Listen, hey, he sent $10, you know what I'm saying, through the cash app, you know what I'm saying?
$10 holla.
$10 holla. Appreciate you, Samuel, man. Thank you so much, you know what I'm saying? And like y'all said, if y'all want to do the same, you feel me? Y'all can.
Look, nigga, hit the collection plate right on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side. We gonna now have a beat selection from the choir.
Needs to crash inside and let the linebackers contain the outside. It depends on on the look. It depends on what's called. Because matter of fact, you got time to teach them. Because I think they got a diagram of cover 3 and like the run responsibilities and shit for everybody. I want people to understand whose fault it is. Matter of fact, we are going to do that because we're not going to sit here and let y'all blame Monty Smith for every damn thing this year. So fuck that. Pull up the cover 3 schematic real quick. If you Google cover 3 run fits, it'll show you that.
Okay, let me see. And
then screen share it. And we're going to talk about who is responsible for what, who does what, and so what happens if the motherfucker is on the edge. It was not Monty Smith. If the motherfucker was not in this gap, it was not Monty Smith. We finna get this shit out the way before game 1. Damn it, we ain't finna do this shit this year.
Hold on, let me. I think it's this. All right, no, this is wrong. That boy put me on the spot. Hold on. I should already have this schematic. All right, let me go to properties. And then this supposed to be shown? Okay, now let me add something. AFL. Yeah, just keep talking.
We love you, Matt. You a real one. We fuck with Matt. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with the homie Matt. We glad you here, my boy.
Shout out to Matt, man. Shout out to Matt indeed. Hopefully this helps.
Yes, indeed. Because listen, man, I like when we get to talk about conceptual football, and because it's cool to talk some stuff, man. But I like actually getting to the nitty gritty. Like some of my favorite shows be the concept show that me and Jay Tuck do. You know what I'm saying? Like when we first moved over to the West Coast office under Mike McCarthy, we did a whole show just based on West Coast concepts. We were talking about lion, dragon. We were just talk about different concepts, within the West Coast system.
Okay, just before we get started, can everybody hear us? Put a 1 in the chat if everybody can hear us. All right, this is the best thing I got. Let me make sure it's covering everything. It'll be perfect. We perfect in everything we do. Indeed. Like what they say from Remember the Titans. You feel me? All right, this is a cover 3. All right. 4-3 defense, as y'all can see. So the offense has the tight end to the left side. That signifies the strength of the offense. That means the Sam when the linebackers line up to the side, and the SS is called a strong safety for the read. Yeah, that means it's going to be on the strong side of the field because that is the side. As you can see, their coverage responsibilities. The left corner got a deep third. The right corner got a deep third. And then you see the free safety. It's not really a third. It's a middle. He got that. He got all that.
It's a whole lot of space.
So he's got to be able to cover a lot of ground. As you can see with the FS, their free safety. All right.
So just to break it down, the FS is Malik Hooker. The RCO is either Trayvon Diggs or Khair Elam. The LCO is either Trayvon Diggs or KLM. The SS is Donovan Wilson ass.
I think the LCO is gonna be definitely Trayvon Diggs because that's technically the field corner, and if I won't want Trayvon Diggs dealing with more field, you know what I'm saying? And then the RCO is either Bland / or Elam because I want him covering less ground. You know what I'm saying? I want them covering less ground.
That is fair. You know, I'm just saying that we do. Hold on, we can flip them. You know what I'm saying? But I do get your point. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Sam, Mike, Will. All right. We didn't talk about it. Who do you prefer to be your Mike? We going with Maurice. We think Maurice is a better Mike, or do you want him playing Will still?
I mean, I think Maris still got some learning to do. That's my pick for like as the season go on. But I think it's gonna be Sanborn to start out. But who I really want, if he can really get it, well, I really want Maris, but I would not be mad at because everyone's pushing for Murray to get that. You know what I'm saying? To get that. So it's either gonna be Sanborn or Murray, definitely.
Okay. All right. So what we're trying to say, yes, the defensive line, they have their own run fit responsibilities, right? Mm-hmm. They do. But these guys that are dropping into hooks into hooks and outs, you know, your hook defenders are responsible for the A and B gaps. They're gonna come down. They got a gap that they're assigned to. Your guys that are playing the outs, you know, because it's not technically the flat. But that are playing the quote unquote outs right here, those are your force defenders. Mm-hmm. Like those are the guys that got to keep everything inside so that the linebackers can eventually chase that shit down. Well, you know what I'm saying?
We're not right. So you right, but like right here in the scheme, the wheel I think is responsible for like in between the right guard and right tackle. I think the force defender to the right is the free safety. The force defender, if the player is going strong side, is the strong safety. You know what I'm saying? So that's so this is what we're talking about. Like, if we do have a outside run here, and let's say they're trying to the right guard and right tackle gets to the left side, okay, they hook everyone. It is on the free safety to come and field this alley. You know what I'm saying? If the corner also does his job in forcing and keeping his hand free and coming and and setting it, the edge is set by the corner. That's how we turn everything back inside. I know people say the defensive end is not that. If they get to the edge, it's on the alley defender. Okay? It's on the alley defender. If they come through the C gap and the edge is two completely different things. And you'll know that because if they you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Right. And what people also got to remember about the corners in this play, they're going to usually be late to the damn ball. Why? Look where the hell they got to fall back to.
And they first step, the corner's first step is usually back.
Yes. So they're not going to be there instantaneously. You're going to they're more so like cleanup duty in run support on a play like this. Now, if they were rolled up and they had flat responsibilities, motherfucker, you ain't got nowhere to go. You better set the damn edge.
Right. And then the linebacker's first step should be automatically forward. So that means sometimes they're going to be late to the out or they're going to be late to the hook because if they taking a step forward. You know what I'm saying? So we're saying here this SS is going to be Donovan Wilson. And we're saying, you see this right here, if you didn't know, the weaknesses of this coverage is the seams, which is along the hashes. Why is that? Because the safety got the deep middle, but the safety is going to lean towards whichever one is the more prominent threat. So if it's the right seam or if it's a post route, usually, offensive coordinators are going to do their best to occupy what the safety is doing, which means if Malik is going towards his left or towards the left corner, you know what I'm saying? Then look at that seam route. If we're playing a cover 3 match, then I expect Donovan Wilson to carry the seam all the way.
The entire way. That's his man for the rest of the time.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trust that. Or if he's not, if we're just in a regular cover 3, and this is a deep zone, this is not even like a cover 3 flat, which is he's gonna be like more. You know what I'm saying?
Rolled there. He's
gonna be close to the line. I still don't even trust Donovan Wilson to carry, and what I mean by carry, of course, he's gonna respect the tight end or this receiver right here that comes into his zone and then carry it, is like, okay, there's gonna be a window for when he passes the route off to the free safety, and it's officially like in the free safety's window. There's gonna be a window in between like the hashes right here. And in the NFL, like, you need the smallest of windows. You know what I'm saying? So that's where our distrust comes from, the safety room.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And we got reason to. There is plenty of footage of Donovan Wilson having these responsibilities last year. Because listen, everybody runs cover 3, everybody runs cover 2, everybody runs, cover 4, and so on and so forth. Your frequency in how you use them, it was really sets you apart as a defensive play calling coordinator, right? So let's get that out the way. Mm-hmm. We played plenty of cover 3 last year, right? Where he was responsible for being a force, was responsible for being a force defender, had responsibilities in the run game, and he did not do it. You know what I'm saying? He fucked up. He was in other people's gaps. Like there's literally footage of Donovan Wilson jumping in other people's gaps, and there's 2 people in one gap because Donovan Wilson wanted to be a superhero. He had a cape on and he flew over there. He did not realize it was kryptonite though. So he went over there to the wrong gap and lost all his powers.
And like I said, that's the part of where we cannot have in this scheme if we're doing multiple. So like I said, this is why I don't like the shooting gap part, but I understand what they're trying to do. You feel me? I understand what they're trying to do. When the D linemen are shooting in one gap, Donovan Wilson, you cannot be a hero. Because if we get 2 in one gap and they're running a zone run, we're gonna be on this show the next following Wednesday, and Saquon is still gonna be running.
Oh my mama!
Because when 2 people in one gap, bro, that hero shit, dog, that shit's gonna kill us, man. It's gonna gash us. So that's why I prefer, our D tackles to anchor. I hope we're anchoring more than we're shooting the gaps. But I understand even Flu's trying to switch it up. But if we are in that, Donovan Wilson, you better not be on no hero shit like he was last year. That shit is dead.
Can't afford it. Cannot afford it. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, you got a cover 2 diagram. I know I'm working your ass, but still.
I think you lucky. Well, you lucky I added that. Let me see. Let me see. Boom. It's ugly, but yeah, it'll do.
Let me see. Let me see what popped up on my end. Boom, boom, boom.
You see it?
I do now. It is sort of ugly.
Let me see if I got another one. What is that?
If not, I can send you one.
Here's one. I mean, they're technically in a cover 2. Here's one.
Yeah, because it's free safety, strong safety. They both back deep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So boom. This is definitely where, because folks this is really the situation where folks be acting like the corners. This is really where the corners got a bunch of run support. They are flat defenders in a cover 2 coverage. So they have outside run contain responsibilities always. Your flat defenders always, have that responsibility because you're fucking there. Mm-hmm. You're already there. You ain't got nothing else to do but to defend the flat and keep people from getting outside of the defense. So this is the situation where Trayvon Diggs, the run, Bland, Elam. This is the situation where those guys have to be involved and have to be willing tacklers, or at least act like you're a willing tackler. Get up there and force them to either put a move on your ass, hopefully slow them up, shoestring tackle them, but keep the play for getting outside, man. So cover 3, that's when your boy Donovan Wilson, that's when his ass be fucking up. But if you're talking about your corners not being physical, when they got the flat responsibilities in cover 2, that's when they ass got the run support responsibility and they got to do better. That's really why only reason I wanted to pull this up there, because folks were acting like Boston y'all were tripping when they were saying like the corners had to be better in run support, the safeties had to be better in run support. Like no, like there are certain coverages where your coverage responsibilities have you directly within the fucking run game for run support. You're a flat defender. You have to contain all outside runs. When that shit is called up. Yes, the defensive line have their own responsibilities. Yes, the wheel and the sound have their responsibilities. But you are the flat defender. You cannot let anything get outside, bro. That's all. I don't have to explain it. We know that the whole shots and the deep third is the weaknesses of the actual coverage, but I just really want to talk about the run support.
Yeah. So, and hopefully, on this, I'm clipping. I don't know why, but hopefully we have good coverage corners this year. Hopefully we get I'm expecting a big year from Bland and Diggs for the reasons because like I want to if we have great coverages, a great production from our corners, we won't have to, you know what I'm saying, like actually we won't have to go into too high. You know what I'm saying? Like if we going into too high is when you don't trust your corners and everything like that. I know he want to keep everything, switch and perfect and he wants to be unpredictable, but I just trust Donovan Wilson forward, coming forward in the box. So hopefully we don't have to go into that too high. And when we do go in that too high, hopefully teams don't find them. Now I know like for a team like Philly, man, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to be in cover 3. I would be in cover 3, let them catch everything underneath.
Come up and tackle. Hopefully you can, get a hand in, force an incompletion. But you are right. Like, they are, and listen, I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts can't pass the ball. I am much more concerned about Jalen Hurts, the runner, and Saquon Barkley than I am, with my secondary. Like you can do everything wrong and the quarterback missed the wide receiver, they wide open. Right. Like that shit happens. It could be a good ball and the wide receiver can have a concentration drop. The ball can get tipped at the line of scrimmage. It could be a pick. Like there are a lot of things that can go in your favor, in the passing game. But what I cannot do is allow Saquon Barkley to get 8 yards on a single carry. What I can't do is allow Jalen Hurts to get a cheap 12-yard run, off of a RPO keeper or some bullshit like that. I'm going to have guys in the box. I'm going to disrupt that run game. Hopefully, like my plan of attack, I'm going to be extra aggressive on first down because I don't feel like we can get them off the field if it's third and short because that push bullshit. Like we got to keep them in third and long. Yeah, like we got to keep them in downs and distances where they can't push to get the cheap ass first downs. So I might have to, bring a 5-man pressure on early downs, to try to create a negative play or a neutral play. But I can't just sit back and let them make it 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3, I don't know we can get them off the field because that's 2 plays to get 3 yards. We know them. Yeah,
I agree. We are already breaking down the next game. I agree. I want to be aggressive. We need to keep them in as much 3rd and longs as possible. So that should be the game plan for everyone, but especially the Eagles because they got their touch push and they have a very good. Now they may be a little bit weaker, with the touch push. Mm-hmm. They did lose, Landon Dickerson, who I'm glad is doing much better and everything like that. But they're still a good pedigree offensive line. And I want to get in the 3rd and long so we can see our pass rush. The more times, that's staying on schedule as a defense. The more times you force 3rd and longs, we can kill teams because I don't need to see our pass rush. I know our pass rush is going to be a fool. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be even nasty when Overshown gets back. It's going to be even nastier if James Houston makes his team. I am not worried about our pass rush. We can cause a lot of teams hell with our pass rush. Our pass rush on 3rd down may be so good, we may even be able to drop 8. Or be able to drop, 7. Like a full, we can do so many good things, especially if we have a Diggs back, especially if our linebackers are covering, and especially Donovan Wilson turning back the clock a couple of years. But yeah, anything else you want to hit on?
Man, I think we done covered most of on what we want to talk about, man. Really, I'm waiting to Tuesday because I got to know who the fuck is making this team, and I'll be able to base what the hell we gonna do against Philly based off that because if I don't really know what the hell we gonna do to slow them boys down. Honestly, we ain't got Michael Parsons. If he's really gonna be down to miss $1 million a game, I have no idea how we create enough disruption to win that game. Two, you know, who's going to be the nickel corner? You know, who are they going to run out there with at nickel? Will Trayvon Diggs be healthy enough to play? You know, week 1. There's a lot of questions.
If Trayvon's healthy, I'm moving Bland as the nickel when it's time to go in nickel package.
Oh, real quick, shout out to Donald Holmes for the Cash App too, man. I appreciate you for the support and helping keep the lights on in the liquor store, because you know it was getting a little dim. You know, the lights were fading. It was getting a little dark, but you know, you got the lights back on, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out Donald Holmes, man. It's not gonna focus. But yeah, he sent $10 too. Shout out Donald Holmes on this end. Shout out to y'all, man. The Cash Apps, like we said, it's very much so. It's very I don't want to say we prefer one method, but listen, we say it all the time. YouTube ain't gonna pay us till the 21st.
Of next month.
Yeah, 21st already happened. So we ain't gonna see what you're seeing on the super chat to September 21st. You feel me? Because that's how they do. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, YouTube gonna take a little bit off the top too. So
yeah. YouTube be gifting gabbing us too. You feel me? So we shout out to the Cash Apps and everything like that. We shout out any way y'all can give. Like a view is very much so, and a subscribe is even more valuable than all of this, because it's pushing the content. And a share, we love, and we appreciate you that much. We ended, we got 110, 217, and we like 330. Quick math. Quick math. Shout out to everybody that came, man. We're gonna get Drunk and Nefarious Takes one day. Life is happening, especially with me. I'm gonna be doing live shows a lot less now, because my day job, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna start cranking it up. Pray for me and everything like that.
Prayers up already, man.
Yeah, prayers up. We gonna still, one thing I'm gonna promise y'all, I ain't gonna quit. You feel me? I ain't gonna quit. That's the one thing I damn sure ain't gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep going. But I interrupted your last words, my bad.
Yes, indeed. Nah, you Gucci, man. Nah, like, you know, hope and pray that some form of competition, you know, shines through. The Dallas Cowboys cannot go out here finessing on this roster. Get your best players solidified and on this active roster, and let's crank this shit up for Philly, man. I'm trying to hit the ground running. We start this season with 2 divisional games. You know, both of these are really must-win scenarios. You cannot afford to go 0-2 to start the season if you have any real legitimate hopes of competing, you know, this year. So hit the ground running, get your best players in there, and let's come up with a real plan to try and upset the Philadelphia Eagles, because it will be an upset. You're going on the road. I know we hate the motherfuckers, but we going on the road to the defending champions of the world. While they hang the banners, they're gonna be full of cocaine and Molly and champagne, you know, from all these months. So they're gonna be amped up and feeling no pain. So we're gonna have to go in there and, you know, smack the shit out them and do what we gotta do, man. So real talk, Lou. It's always great doing content with you. It's always good talking some conceptual football with you. I really enjoy that shit. And yeah, man, we gonna get Drunk and Nefarious Takes out the way at one point. But y'all just tap in, and thank you, Lou, for hosting the show, man. You came in clutch.
Hey, anytime. I appreciate y'all chat both sides of, you know, telling us, hey, Echo, hey, I'm hurting your ears. Do it. We prioritize quality over here. We're gonna make sure, and we're gonna because that's the least we can reward y'all to do for giving us your time. That we appreciate your time. My last words is this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just make sure to keep supporting your local content creators and everything like that. We're doing content a certain way that is not favored by the algorithm. That's not going to get us, you know, certain, you know, sponsorships, certain good looks, because we choose to tell the truth, because we put the love for this team above all. Even with us, you know, making a career out of this thing, we still have aspirations, you know, of doing that, but we want to get there with high integrity and everything like that. And taking this road that we do, it's going to be one that's less traveled. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be met with opposition, but we didn't even get to it. Like, we definitely didn't get to it, but like the possibility, he already did a show on it, but hearing the news on Trayvon Diggs, there's a reason why I come to this show and I cuss out the way I do, and I'll meet my opposition the way I do, because I'm telling you right now, I'm a man of patterns and science. when I see something, I'm gonna call it out. And when something stinks, it stank. And it turns out we ain't fully right just yet, but we were right on the fact they were wrong of calling our man out. They were wrong for pushing the narrative out. They're calling him lazy, and they were wrong for wasting a draft. And I don't want to say we wasted a draft pick because the kid is he may be special, but we're trying to win a Super Bowl here, and every spot matters. That could have easily been a running back. That could have easily been a defensive tackle. That could have everything matters. We care that much, and we're gonna fight the crowd when we say that. And I don't want to say we're gonna rub it in your face, but we're gonna make you, you know what I'm saying, apologize for what you said. So it should be apologies on Trayvon Diggs' head right now for trusting himself, not trusting the Dallas Cowboys training staff, who have gotten D's and C's more. That D's and C's don't get you degrees here. not in healthcare. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. I trust my health. Health is wealth, and I ain't gonna. I don't even like my boy Big Gang, not Big Gang. He know what he said. He said I wouldn't even trust you to treat my damn allergies. You feel me? Like so, and it's not a disrespect to Brett Brown. It's disrespect if you feel it is disrespect. If you was really trying to run a politic thing and protect your job no matter what, and sully the name of a great player that we need. But if you are truly just understaffed, then it ain't disrespect. We're fighting for you. We're fighting for you and Steven to open up that budget and actually care for our players and not have this situation happen. But I'm just saying right now, he passed the physical. They sullied his name. They did all this stuff. So I want, like my mama said in the chat, apologize to Trayvon. Hope, Cowboy Nation, that he's going to come back and ball out, because when he do ball out, you know, we did a screenshot and bookmark. I'm sorry, we gotta let you rub it in because we took the time to let you know. Pay Micah Parsons, quit bullshitting. Like Boston said it, I'm not neither team or agent or Micah. Well, spoiler alert, I am team Micah because I want him to get his damn money. But I am team Cowboys. Pay him. Let's get this out the way because we're trying to win some things here. You feel me? And then listen with this, like, make sure everyone to be in tune on Twitter, whatever, and see when them roster cuts come out, because we need to see and validate, is competition truly real, or if it's not. And if not, we finna get on here, we gonna grill Shotty's ass. Why is that? Because he pushed him, and by us grilling him, we're grilling front office, because we know what's hurting this team. You feel me? I am long-winded on this. I apologize, but we didn't get to that topic because we was giving y'all some real spiel football. You feel me? If you have it, hold on, let me make sure everything's good. Be sure to I just dropped another film session today and one yesterday. This was on Shamar James. Whenever on your free time to check out, you know what I'm saying, the film study I did on Shamar James is an emerging linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I call him a zone hawk because this man can cover his ass off. I explained it in this video. Be sure, if you haven't, check out Henny's channel. You feel me? He got some stuff going on. Be sure to check out Henny's channel. If you haven't, support the content. That's how you do it, man. We are dealing with life just like with y'all. And we every click, every like, every conversation, we value it to the utmost degree. You know what I'm saying? Because of the Henny store, you know, we all know the liquor store, man. So support the liquor store, support Lou, support everybody in the circle, man, because you know who we do this for. The first blame and the last congratulations, man. We out.
Peace.